Absolutely, always, no bias here. All we want is good gameplay.
Yes.
And these two teams should absolutely deliver on that. But we've all been waiting to see PaperX take to the stage here in the playoffs to see what kind of form they come out with.
No doubt. I mean, this is one of the tournament favorites for sure. A lot of people are picking this PaperX team, feeling like this is their moment. But I'm telling you, this G2 team is so good right now. I love the way they play off of each other. You've got some insane cracked players on that squad who can turn rounds on their head. You know, Valen and Leaf in particular have been super impressive. Jonah P, you know, you saw it in some of the highlight videos on this particular map where he had that crazy ace. So this G2 squad is definitely, I think, going to give PaperX one hell of a fight.
Well, we're off to a roaring start already as Jing going forward, able to find a first kill. Valen going to be taken down. Crowd coming alive. Leaf going to be noted. Dealt with there by Divide with the Sheriff in hand. Plant now going to be coming through just 20 seconds into the round. Jing very far forward, collects himself a second. Notes the third. Fault line coming in, but he already has the headshot. And Jing, welcome back to the stage. Paint Shell's not going to find much, but he wants a little bit more. He won't get that 4K, but that is going to be PaperX taking the pistol in blistering pace.
And this is something that has been missing from PaperX until stage 1 is Jing. The way that he can explode onto a site and just take rounds over. Of course, he's just so good at identifying these positions out the rip. There is a little bit of help from the flash, but there was a good opportunity there for Valen to challenge on that, and then he just starts taking space. I mean, this is what makes Jing so dangerous, is he does not let go. Once he's got that opening kill on a site, he's going to keep going at you. Most of the time. Not always, but quite often.
Well, aggressive from the outset in the pistol, now slowed down. Smoke gonna be coming through, tap onto the orb. Go ahead, snatch that up, get Jing halfway to that showstopper. No one playing forward here in the site. Valen lurking back here at Alley, but it's going to be a pass over on that spike just to really fast track this ult for the Rays. Everybody else now getting into position. Retaken from here. Going to prove to be very, very difficult here for G2. As the dog does get the catch.
Yeah, PaperX just crossing their T's, dotting their I's. Wow, a push out there from Valen. Gets punished a bit, but doesn't die. It's kind of what's important here.
That's something just going to be eating that flash, but Jing, he wants to try to get this ult online. Looks like he's going to push aggressively, looking for it, and he's able to collect another one. We'll spam across for the rest of the players, likely to just sit back, but something doesn't want to give him that opportunity to die to the spike. He is out for blood, but going to misread the positioning here. Solid from Jonah, be able to collect that kill. Forsaken looking like he will just go ahead and allow them to die. So 4 players sacrificed over to the spike. PaperX move up 2-0.
Yeah, this is good identification here by PaperX of that positioning, using that Trailblazer to figure out where G2 was setting up to die to the spike and trying to punish that as best as they could. And like you said, it's fine for Jing to die there. You don't care either way. You know, you want those ult orbs. You're so close to the showstopper already. You're 2 away. You can farm an orb here, and he gets 1 kill, and all of a sudden, they can bonus you in a heartbeat. See if that's going to be the play here for PaperX, as Rifles Abound now full buy for G2. Did their best there. Expecting the aggression from PaperX, covering their angles nicely, and you know, only lost 1 player to it. So for what it's worth, that's not bad at all, frankly. Uh-oh.
Yep, I was waiting. See if you're gonna notice.
What have you done?
Timer, just
this is you.
Stopping around 4 seconds. Hey, everything's been smooth so far.
That's true.
We've minor pause in the action.
We've been very lucky.
And we'll see what's going on here. Looks like something in the PRX camp. Forsaken needing to make sure that everything is taken care of. Just maybe have to unplug it, plug it back in again, you know?
That happens. That's the go-to IT solution for sure. But yeah, it's a good start for PaperX. One thing I'm really curious about here, Kilios, is with these 2 comps, you know, how important is it for G2 to have a really good defender side? Because it's the double duelist, right? And generally, PaperX is doing their damage on the attacker side, whereas G2's comp is generally going to do its damage on the defender side. So in my mind, I'm starting to wonder, like, what's the round score that G2 needs to get to that I feel comfortable that they switch over to attackers? Because they've only played this map twice in stage 1 against 100 Thieves both times, and their attacker side was pretty anemic both times.
Sure.
So like 3 and 9, and I think 4 and 8 or something like that. So what is the actual score line that they need to get here on this defender side to have a good chance?
I mean, you'd want it to be as many as humanly possible for the G2 camp.
Sure.
And we'll see if they're going to be able to get one on the board as we do get ready to go into that bonus round here. Best opportunity for them as the firepower will be in their favor for the most part. A couple half armors, but we'll see what the final assembly is going to be looking like for PRX once we get everything squared away here with Forsaken on stage.
Curious if something thinks about an outlaw or something like that. I'm very, very intrigued as to what he's going to end up buying.
I would be bold on the attack, but I mean, something is just known for doing bold things.
Yeah.
Given that outlaw, and the man is going to put it to good use, so it could see a purchase like that come through at the moment. We can still see the game. It's just shy of 4,000 credits, so
yeah.
can afford to go ahead and pick that one up, but likely wants to have a bit more money going into the next round, just in case they aren't able to convert here.
Then I think maybe a judge.
That, you know, that is also very much his speed.
Yep, and that's a Paper X thing. They will grab a judge and maybe pass it over to Jing. Jing will give him the Spectre. Something like that might happen. It just kind of depends, but...
Yeah, you know, give him the Wisey treatment. I mean, it was on split. He was just...
That's true.
Absolutely breaking ankles.
I had
people
sort
down,
of forgotten about that. I think I wanted to...
Energy hasn't.
You...
They'll never forget about it.
But, you know, now they're changing the roster up, so...
Yeah. We'll see how things fare in the future. But looks like with the admin stepping away, Forsaken might be good to go. I'm not gonna get too overexcited about it quite just yet until I see that clock ticking down once again. But it seems like we should just about be ready to get back into the action here.
Yes. That's from the Paper X social media. Tweeted out their Guardians of the Galaxy
There we go.
squad. And it's a Vandal here for something. Interesting. That is quite the buy, but it's Paper X, so they're good enough to get away with these kind of things. For sure. So Hawk to check. Doesn't get any info. So let's see if they're going to be wary of a trap or something like that. Something just trying to take space, but the spike hasn't been picked up. So this is all just kind of an info gathering mission for the PRX squad. And they've been a little more cautious this year, I think.
Jiggle peek out there from Icy. He's spotting plenty. But guiding light into the back of sight, make sure that it is clear. So now space can be taken. Something pushing forward.
Look at Jing.
TP up to heaven. There's Icy. Trying to force them back. Something does get tagged up, and the paint shell keeps him at bay here for the moment. Mind Freak setting up another smoke, trying to keep himself protected, but Icy's able to find the headshot. Does get knocked down to 21 HP. As Jing lurking away. Has he missed this one? Oh, now noticing it. Takes down Leaf, and that's going to be a weapon recovered. Middle now in hand for him. Clear out of the haunt. Boombot to try to get himself pushed up here into heaven. Something finding one.
Oh.
And Jonah coming one apiece, but now something. Picks up the second kill. A 2v2 here. It's Forsaken. Just clearing out that Prowler, but cannot steady the aim. Dash around the back. Something with the updraft. 7 bullets remaining here in the Vandal. Now down to 5 as he clears out the Prowler. Playing a ring around the Rosie here. Sees the gun barrel of 1. Swing out. Finds it. Swap over the classic and something. Gets the 4K Red Bull clutch. PRX. They convert the bonus.
Yeah, definitely worth the investment for that Vandal. Puts it to great use and plays the time so nicely. Something just beautiful on site. Hitting some great shots, anticipating Icy's peek around the corner. Jonah P, so good on elbow on that breach. Was a nuisance the last time they played this map. And that's the Paper X that you come to know and love. They are just so deep as a team, able to pull off these unbelievable plays, and now you have the showstopper for Jing. Playing pretty far up is G2 this time.
Oh, something just trying to eat some of that paint shell damage to come away with the kill, but Icy is able to put him down. Locked out for Trent. Going to be destroyed, but that is a solid start. Weapon not going to be recoverable here for them. As fight goes across, little smattering of damage there on the Trent. Showstopper still here in the back pocket of Jing for the entry if they want to commit to this site, but it looks like Paper X maybe wanting to go and suss out the other side of the map.
Yeah, against the Nico, Paper X definitely feeling like, okay, there's too many players over here that we've seen. Let's try something a little bit different. It feels like a trap, and they made the correct read for sure. Mind Freak, clean there, taking Leaf out in mid.
Catching the one, setting up a smoke, trying to fake that. They're still going to be pushing their way over onto A, but the read is good here from the side of G2, so some damage can be dealt. Valen has that stinger in hand here on the side. Paranoia exchanged here on both sides. Haunt not catching anybody as he TPs over to the side. Showstopper now going to be coming through, but Valen instantly shuts it down. Jing dead. Jonah P there for the backstab. Does an immense amount of damage. The aftershock going to be coming through. Divide just respecting that. Swings ahead of it. Does manage to find that kill. Now with 30 seconds. Looks like they might be wanting to try to fake a pivot, but G2, they're very much stuck here.
Valen is unbelievable with stingers. Just insane how good he is.
Push forward. Mind Freak able to find one, but again, HP bar's falling low. Valen coming away with that one. Divide swinging around the side. Forsaken's going to be the one collecting that kill. Now it's all on Trent. Recovered Vandal in hand. One shot into Forsaken. Takes down the sky.
I've got your trail.
As the Seeker coming through just to confirm his position. Swing out, Defy. Just pushes for it. Nearly loses his life, but Paper Rex, they keep on stringing them together. 4-0 now to start.
For what it's worth, this is a great round from G2. They do a ton of damage. They read this nicely. Valen, he is the best Stinger player in the world. I have watched so many VODs of G2 coming up to this event, and like his Stingers are insane. You've seen it here in this event as well, but the guy is just so crisp with that gun. It is unbelievable how accurate it is. Like, nerf be damned. He's just so clean with it, and I love that G2 has so much success on their ecos because of it.
Attack op now in play here from something. Let's see what kind of value he's going to be able to find here. Jing just taking a couple pot shots in towards Mail, trying to see if he can connect a stray.
But they just got a lot of info to G2 that there's nobody over in A main. The haunt wasn't cleared, so that allows them to take a lot of space. Really, the only site they're giving up is B. And Paper X is actually going to be rotating in that direction, but no real trap setup with all that attention in the mid. That's drawn both Jonah P and Trent over along with Leaf. So Paper X has an opportunity to maybe get through. They can get this opener, but something going to be leading the way with the operator.
I see such a deadly position here. So far the push forward not fully being watched for, and something he's going to start working his way up the ramp, but then gets taken down. The op now on the ground. Value not found. Flash in with the blast pack exit. IC gets himself over to safety, but Jonah P going to be traded out at the same time. And now with a re-swing, Mind Freak able to come up with one before getting taken down. Solid shot from Leaf, though, to bring it back into a 3v3, but now Spike planted. All three players here from Paper X sat in on the site. H-shells from Jing, trying to delay. Boombot also available, but Valen comes swinging through. He's instantly dealt with. Jing distracted, does end up falling. Leaf able to find one, but the Divide strikes him down. It's all on Trent. He can't make it happen. Divide comes up with a two-piece. Paper X now 5-0.
Sure
I mean, G2's making good reads. They're setting up these early traps that are getting the early picks against Paper Rex, but then somebody like Divide or Mindfreak comes up with these huge multi-kills that completely turn the round on their head. Give it even numbers advantage for Paper Rex. I mean, just so good this year has Mindfreak been. He is just so crucial to the success of this team. Him and Divide both absolutely just disgustingly good. Being asked to play Sentinels and Controllers in this roster that's full of cracked duelists, and they hold their own, and more than so. They're oftentimes like the top fraggers, the top ACS guys going up for this Paper X roster.
Now timeout. Unnecessary call here, given the deficit. And like you said, the reads have been good. They've been understanding the way that Paper X are going to be rotating around the map and getting themselves in a position to intercept, but the trade outs here, the shots not fully connecting. It's consistent damage being dealt in these rounds and not getting ran over, but they're just also not finding those wins.
Exactly. I mean, look at Paper X's economy. It's not the best. When you show it back on screen here, y'all at home will see this.
It's been fluctuating.
Yeah, so it's like, yes, there's a ton of damage being done, and G2 just needs to get a couple rounds going, and they'll be able to put Paper X back on an eco. So it could start here. Again, these Stingers are so lethal, especially on this map for G2. Just kind of look and see if they can maybe get that showstopper online with Icy. They could easily turn this around. Get the Viper's Fit for Leaf. He's two away. A lot of things could absolutely give G2 a big, much-needed thrifty.
Oh, quick swing in and a swing out.
They don't want to mess with that Stinger again.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. No damage dealt. Able to back away. Icy now. Looking to try to reinforce this mid position here. Got Leaf tucked away in Mail. And for now, looks like Paper X is going to be more than happy to just leave Divide here. Let him linger. The rest of the team turns their sights back over in towards Garage.
Valen's repositioned, though. They're pinging out, expect him to be back behind the box, but he's actually just rotating around Pillar. And Paper X really taking their time with this. There you go.
Such a minor timing to play off of, but something comes away with the kill. Valen going to be taken down. Half your smokes now gone. That paranoia not going to be in play. Fault line held. This would leave something on a bit of an island. He does have the tailwind to try to exit as the push starts coming through. Fault line set. Stinger in play. Jonah P able to do quite a bit of damage there. Aftershock Try to force somebody out from behind box. Jing able to pull away from that and not take any damage, but decent damage dealt. Forsaken down to 23. Does get something back up to 100. And Leaf, taking him some forward space, is able to take him down to the backstab. Getting ready to come through. Trent on this big, all the way through their spawn. But he needs to get there sooner rather than later. Jing's able to find one to buy, getting another.
Spike down, B.
And now it is all on Trent. Can't make a noise, can't make a sound. Needs to try to catch them off guard, but Jing is watching for it. Now they all know where he's at. Does get the headshot, nice little wall bang there. Do some additional damage here. Haunt out, not needing to be cleared. Both pulled back here around the pillar. Spots one high, has to go for the reload, and Mind Freak has the timing. 6-0, Paper Rex continue onward.
And this is the new Paper Rex. They're a lot more patient. Yes, it still looks kind of aggressive because something's starting to push angles, but he's doing it quite late in the round. He's waiting for someone to give him an opportunity to find that pick, and he gets Valen with it off the dissipate of the smoke. Just so fast is something. Jing as well. So quick to react to these things. It's what makes Paper Rex so darn difficult to fight against. Trent, that lurk just came a hair too late. He was almost there in time to maybe spin that round back into G2's favor. Just not quite able to. A little bit of confirmation on some information the pit used in mid.
4 ultimates online here for the side of G2. If there was ever a round to get the win in, you'd expect it to be this one, but you also don't want to be seeing an overcommitment of ultimates here. So the pit off the rip. We'll see what else becomes necessary as the round goes on, but for now, it's going to be mid control firmly in the hands of G2.
They know with this operator in play, they can't give up any of those early picks again. You can kind of afford to do it on an eco, but this round, with the economy once again shaky for G2, a lot of space, a lot of info gain, and that allows something to continue to watch that angle. Although Icy, saw the head, but can't get the flick.
Was looking for it, but this time not going to be rewarded. A little bit of a fake pullback here.
Are they going to ult?
Yeah, maybe just
Mind
trying
Freak
to audio bait a
ult?
little bit here.
Is he going to ult into the corner? They just pinged it out.
Get out
They
of my
passed
way.
the spike over to him.
Something now wanted to be the entry power here. Just pop the knives, and yep, Mind Freak just going to be peeing his way onto the side. As something clears the way to
30
buy
seconds
on
left.
this lurk. It's so disgusting. Leaf dealt with. Pit dropped, and look at Jing. Working his way through the B side of the moment. Looking to pull off what Trent could not in the previous round. Nightfall available, gonna come into play. There's a jump out down Icy, dealt with. I believe the showstopper was pulled. Ult not finding value. And there's Jing now arriving, making his presence known. Paint Shell said there's nowhere to go but forward, but it's into something who collapsed them. It's a flawless from Paper Rex, both in the round and in the map so far, 7-0.
The on-the-call flying here from Paper Rex is so good. They get so much info, and they're given so much space, and their plan around that is, okay, we just need to keep screens under control, get onto the site. We could pass the spike over to Mind Freak. He can bring it over and plant it. Jing's going to be lurking. Devi's holding an angle from Ramen. And they're going to win the round flawlessly. I mean, they're just so good. It's not just their shooting. They are very aware of their surroundings and how to exploit what their opponents are trying to do.
Well, clear on the haunt, not really coming through. So, off revealed on this side of the map. That's going to make PRX change up the strat a bit.
Yeah, just try and stack for an A hit. Got a ton of util. Devi one away from the pit. Jing one away from the showstopper. Valen gets that paranoia and a stinger.
Well, Valen now going to be noted. Smoke dissipates. He still comes away with one, but the jump forward from Jing, looking for the kill, and he's eventually able to fish it out. Finds that kill. Chuna P taken down. Devi trying to intercept. Eventually is able to steady the aim. Finds that pick off as Leaf goes down. And it's now just Trent and Icy left alive. Sheriff's in hand.
Spike planted.
Well, unfortunately, not much hope in hell. One now noted, Jing watching over at ramp. Drop shot coming their way. It's the swing out. Jing trying to challenge here onto both. Does end up getting taken down. Icy finding that kill. Dink on the Mind Freak as well. Wow. And take him even lower. As the C's now gets chucked out. Swing around the back though, Forsaken. Ready on the back step. Can't find that final shot, and suddenly Icy
Okay.
may just be able to bring this one back, but time is dwindling. Devi working his way over here towards ramp. Here's the entry. Paint shell. It's a solid read from Icy, just trying to create some space. Gets in onto the defuse. Tries to stick onto it. Tries to get the half, but right as he does, Devi takes him down. Again, a decent effort. So very close to getting that first round win here for G2. But Paper X, they just barely managed to squeak by with the win again.
Yeah, it's great to see Icy coming alive here, having a great round. After getting shut down with Showstopper in hand the previous round. You see, they're so clean. Usually, our Paper X, a little bit of whiffy from Jing and Devi, but able.
You're all right.
Why not? Good enough. I mean, they're just so efficient. They are so active on the map, especially on Split, a map that a lot of teams can get kind of stuck into these defaults where they're holding angles post-plant. They're just trying to like lock you out, but they're all over the place. They're constantly moving around, trying to find those open angles, those open spaces. Jing and Devi in particular, so good at it.
Now the second timeout needing to be called here from the side of G2. And you were asking the question earlier, how many rounds on the defender side to feel comfortable? I don't think there's enough available at the moment.
No, they're not.
8-4, definitely not where you would like to have been going into this one, but right now I think you'd give up the world just to be able to get those 4 rounds, to close out this half, to start building up some of that momentum. We'll see if it works. Still 2 ults here available to the side of G2, trying to beat with that rolling thunder. Can cause some chaos.
And G2 can definitely do this. We've seen it time and time again this tournament that they are stalwart. They are so good at getting their aim under control and start making some good reads. They've made some pretty good reads. It's just Paper X has been making better ones at times and just frankly out shooting them. And that's something that every team struggles against Paper X for the most part, is they're so tremendous in their firepower. Space given up though, expecting this showstopper to be coming on to B. So Valen hightails it out of there. You got a couple players now thinking about going through heaven. Mind Freak going on a bit of a walkabout.
Plants in, Seeker's available. Now Pit going to be layered in on top. That Rolling Thunder still here, still available for the side of G2. For the attempted retake. For now it's going to be an Aftershock to try to force something off the angle, but he's ahead of this Rolling Thunder. He's not caught by it already. Trent going to be taken down. Entry from Icy, able to find one, but now something strikes! 2 kills, tries to swap over. Pick him up after the up trap, but Mind Freak's already taken it down.
It's just beautiful understanding of the utility that Breach is going to be throwing and where he can get away with not getting hit by it. That's all it takes. You know, as soon as that Aftershock comes through, he's like, oh, I can just stay tucked in the corner. The ult isn't going to hit me, and I'm just going to wait, and they can never really react in time. Jonah P gave it a try, but something just too darn fast. And they're so well prepared here at Paper X. Just everything that G2 tries to throw at them is just thwarted.
I mean, it's been flashy from Jing and something, but Devi, he's right up there with him. 10-1 at the moment on this Viper. The lurk plays have just been so devastating.
Uncle Aim getting it done.
Once again, a kickback here. Is it Leaf just getting tucked? Once again, right as that smoke gets ready to dissipate.
Poison orb emitting.
Something pushing forward. Maybe looking for a very deep angle. That's going to be Jing getting a spot on the Valen. The Aftershock doing nothing to dissuade him. Look forward into the poison orb there with the shorty in hand. Something really wanted to take this forward space, but look at this. He's got the read. He's got the spot. That's going to be Icy taken down. The slow creep forward. Jonah P now noted here on the site.
They're so methodical. And you even had Devi there to cover just in case that went south.
Bolt line to try to slow him up, but spot out on the 2. Notes him here, something dashing forward, shorty in hand, hunting, seeking target. Can't find either of them. They're already dead as he swings around. Now it is once again all on Trent. See if he can just stop this from being a flawless.
Hit some good shots the last time.
Hello. Oh, decent damage there on a Forsaken. He's reading this lurk around the back very well. Can he win it out? Just swing in, Mind Freak. He'll have it. It's a flawless 10-0 here. Paper X, 2 more rounds to be played out in the half as they look to deliver potentially a 13-0.
Could be. Certainly feels like it. And now economy's never going to be an issue for him the rest of this half. And it just Jing gets that spot early, just ahead of the Paranoia hitting him. You can see Devi right around that box as well. Not sure if he I don't think he saw or heard Icy. Icy was being pretty good about obscuring his sound, but yeah, they're just so effective as working as a unit. Everybody's working together there, allowing time for something to go for that flank in case somebody could trade him out. Like the plans here for Paper Rex.
Oh my God.
My God. That helps too.
I mean, Leaf man's just trying to jiggle. Something not having it. Double push up here in the main. Will find value. Divide going to be taken down. Not with there. Trent does get noted, so they know that there's at least 2 players here in this position. Something wanted to think that space. Again, Shorty in hand. Tuck back here from Trent, setting up the Teased to try to buy himself some space. The Seekers now let loose here from PRX. Dog into the corner, not going to be able to find that stun. Push up, Forsaken, flushes him out. Valen now out in front here on the site. Tucks back behind elbow. Needing to stay safe. Full rotation still not called in here from the side of G2. Icy, okay, now starting to make his way over here towards A to try to reinforce his position, but Valen for now is all on his lonesome with 16 HP remaining.
Oh my
in
God.
around the back, and he's able to find his mark. Valen dealt with. Now the double approach. It's Forsaken, just playing off this one way. Swings, thinks that he gets the kill, and then runs out of bullets. Jonah P able to take advantage there. Now a 2v3. Something looking for another flick of the century. Can't quite make them happen though. Paint shells connect there into backside. Showstopper now comes through, but again, he is dealt with. Something just not allowing for these showstoppers to even get drawn out. Mind Freak TP's up into heaven. It's 11-0.
No rust for Paper Rex. Coming off a bit of a break. Had the first part of this tournament off. Didn't have to play in the Swiss stage because they win Stage 1 of VCT Pacific, and they are not missing a beat. Something in particular is feeling it with that op. You could just tell with those flicks. And that's Jing, the best in the business when it comes to blast pack landings and recovery. No one does it better than him, and he does it with a Vandal.
As we get ready to take a look at the scoreboard, you can see, I mean, the duelists here, inseparable. 13-5-3 between both of them. Just perfect parity as they look to deliver utter destruction here to G2. Well, Flash is going to be committed there from Forsaken. Just trying to draw some attention over towards B. Meanwhile, A completely opened up. It's going to be the plant getting ready to come through. Jing one off the showstopper here after the plant.
This time it's Forsaken on the late lurk or Paper Rex, so it'll be difficult on site. Divide with the op. Gonna be trying to lock down. They're coming from every angle.
Mind Freak able to catch Trent there. Teased does connect, but Leaf on this backstab, on this flank alongside Jonah P. Comes up with a kill. Divide gonna be taking out. Full Flash connects there on the Mind Freak. Weapon now scooped up, Forsaken. A bit of a riskier position as he goes pushing out. Valen takes him down. Now it's all in the duelist. Something onto the first. Turns for the flash, but he's taking too much damage, and there you go. The cleanup comes through. G2, at long last, fight back. They get themselves around victory here to close out the half. But 11-1 is a hell of a road to try to run back.
Yeah, and this time around, they're a little bit quicker to react after giving up all that space to Paper Rex. They completely cede the A site to them, and they say, here you go, have fun. And they do a great job coming from a bunch of different angles and striking together.
Yeah, this time just very much noting where all these players were going to be coming from. Getting that really nice timing, swinging the back around through main to come up with those kills. And that's going to be the first bit of frustration dealt over here to the side of Alex, but I think even he not going to be too upset given the game state here for them.
He shouldn't be. You would hope.
In a very strong position, G2, everything to do in the second half. But for now, as we go into the halftime, give them a breather. We've got a very special guest standing by with Mika for an interview.
Hey guys, we have a special surprise for you. We have the whole Sasanto family right here in the venue. We have Yenny, who is Forsaken's mom. We have Ari, who is Forsaken's dad. And we have Hannah, who is Forsaken's auntie. That's right, the whole family is here. Now, of course, the world knows that you have a very talented gaming family. And this all started when you opened a PC shop or a LAN cafe many, many years ago. So is that where Forsaken and Xcurate learned how to be pro gamers?
Yes. Yes.
That is where they learn how to be pro gamers. It runs in the family, right? And since the whole family is here with your two sons, did you get to spend time in Shanghai? Did you get to spend time as a family?
We come to support my son and Team Paperek.
Oh, yes, of course. I can see that. And where did you go as a family? Did you see any sites together?
Yes, my son is on the television watching us.
Oh, see it's a whole family affair, right? So right now, the score is 11-1 in favor of Paper Rex. And I know that, Ari, you are a gamer yourself. So what is your assessment? What is the analysis of the map so far?
Yeah, I'm analysis. I'm trust and I believe Paper can be win this map.
Yes, of course. I think so far, you know, everybody agrees with that. What about you, Yanni? Do you have any words for Paper Rex right now?
I will. Apa ya saya bilang ya? Wish Paper Rex will be the winner champion.
All right, Paper Rex will be the winner. You heard it from them. Let's get back to the game.
Thank you very much. Good to see the support. Good to see the fam coming out. As Forsaken taking a glimpse across the stage, and his family is able to take back to their seats. It might not be too much longer until they're on their feet once again. It's Paper Rex, 11-1, utter domination in that first half. They start off with the pistol. It's all but over.
Yeah, I mean, 11-1, monumental. If G2 can get this done, but it's going to be really tricky. This is a 4-1 setup here for the side of Paper Rex. Got all your duelists, an initiator util over there on the A site, and a toxic screen setup for what I assume is a retake if they pivot towards B. But of course, it's Paper Rex, so here we go.
Something rushing forward, but it's going to be Leap collecting 3. Excellent response, some damage taken. But widely, G2 very much coming out dominant on that exchange. Forsaken still creeping up. Oh, doesn't note him. Does manage to take him down, but an immense amount of damage now dealt to him. That much more pressure here going to be pushed onto Devi, and Forsaken is not ready for Trent. Solid lurk from him. And now the pivot back over towards the A site.
Devi aware that there could be somebody coming through spawn, or they're just going to be making their way over towards A, so that is going to be the direction he starts. Valen going to be coming down the stairs behind him. Can't find the shots. Yeah, Trent is going to take him down, and G2 gets what is literally a must-win pistol. And it's off the back of just some good patience off the rip, Achilleos.
Well, that is the round that they absolutely needed off the rip here. Economy going to be in a good spot. Paper Rex, of course, going to be respectful, not going to be seeing any kind of force-ups here. A very good opening volley here from Leaf to just gun down 3. Try to fast-track that pit, and there's that frustration starting to come through.
Couldn't even find one, I think is what he said there. Just, yeah, you know, Alex is...
This is bold.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Look at the stack here in the mid. Prowler checking over towards Shing. Pop flash coming through. There's the rush in. Forsaken able to find 1. I see Trent is managing to find 2. Paint shot from Jing will take out the enemy Raze, but now it is all on something. A Stinger with 6 bullets left in the clip here. Clear out on the Prowler, just trying to exit. Dodges, takes a little bit of damage there on the exit. For now, is safe and is in a potential position to do some additional damage.
Should be a pivot over towards A for G2. Seeing him go up into B, but he's proactive against it, trying to get ahead of this.
He's hearing all of this. As there's the haunt out, will reveal it and swings in, just trying to get a catch. Taken down, 2 players falling there on the side of G2, but overall still in a very good position coming out of that anti-eco.
It's a great haunt. Just making sure that you've got something identified, knowing how fast Paper Rex likes to move around the map. So starting to get their bearings a little bit, RG2, starting to understand the way that Paper Rex is maneuvering themselves around their map. They're very decisive. And you got to be so cautious, because a lot of players might take their time and kind of look around, and Paper Rex just says, I think you're doing this, so I'm going to go there too and just try to challenge you. Now, full rifles for PRX. Everything in 2 Bulldogs for G2. And a pacey hit. Just Devi waiting around the corner up here.
And Devi to go ahead and try to slow this up. Forsaken as well, pressuring from the side for that season aid. As Mind Freak out wide here on the site. Smoke to cover for now. Playing on the narrowest of margins, but now it's going to dissipate. Doesn't have another one available. Paranoia is at the ready here for him. It's something just swinging onto the corner in the mail, able to come away with 1. Icy going to be taken down. He drops back here into the site. Forsaken trying to pump out that healing. He's able to do so, and Mind Freak finds Leave. Now the double challenge here in a garage. Jonah P having to backpedal, but still comes up with the kill, gets the dink, gets the second. Mind Freak dead, Forsaken finding Trent, but then traded out by Valen. Now a 2v2. Something, however, brings it back, and Jing caught with his knife out, but still finds the shot. It's decent damage here from G2. In most other circumstances, you say, okay, they got 3 in the bonus. That's solid effort. But Paper X, they now get the 12.
I like what G2 tries to do. Try to kind of use some of the rotation timings against Paper Rex. Jonah P in particular, anticipating that aggressive peak. Shuts down 2 players. But they're just a little off the mark, and that costs you rounds, because Jing is not going to miss. Mind Freak now with the Outlaw. Stinger.
This is just going to be an aggressive hit
Bye.
from the Paper X side.
Yeah.
They will just have something rather push forward here. Pulls back up the ramp. By in the meantime, basically shoulder to shoulder alongside Trent, but it's going to be Icy taking down first. Trent responding fire, is able to find him. Forsaken now dropped. Poison Orb comes back up. Some space here taken in a main by G2, working their way up the ramp. The drop, getting ready to come in. 2 players, something nearly getting the transfer. Puts Valen down to 45. But Jing immediately moving over, looking to reinforce. Still does have that paint shell available to him.
Wow.
And around the back is Trent.
I can't believe Trent read that.
Getting the catch. But Jing now, he knows that this flank is going to be coming through, so he just wants to stay tucked away. He wants to intercept. He wants to take out the spade.
Spike planted.
But Trent being very cautious. Turns back, knows that they haven't seen this raise. He's uncertain about his position. And this is buying critical time here for G2. By trying to push forward, spots one, fault line. He can't dodge it. Takes quite a bit of damage here, now down to 25. Flash is coming, Jing still holding the angle, but now noted. Decides to turn his sights back over here. In towards A, Dabai finishing off Valen, but time taking Jing dead. It's all in the Vi to try to see if he can finish the map right here, right now, but it's a 1v2 with the time. Not working towards him. 1 bullet remaining here in the clip. As he will just have to pull back. This will be G2's round. They stay in the game, they stay in the map.
Just trying to do as much damage as he can to them. Knows the economic situation. Both teams, the cash is low. He's trying to see if he could maybe sneak 1 more gun away from G2 going into the next round. But G2 starting to get their act together for sure. I mean, Forsaken wins the opener, but then gets traded out immediately through the smoke. Something there by himself. Can't transfer in time. Trent with unbelievable awareness. I was watching that in the map, and I'm like, oh, Mind Freak's got an Outlaw, and he's creeping up behind Trent, but Trent just starting to get an understanding of Paper X's movement, how they're constantly trying to find flanks, how they're constantly trying to work the map, and it's starting to get into G2's brains. That's a lot of damage to Leaf, though.
Yeah, some spam out. He's knocked down to 51. As Dabai pushing out into mid. Mistiming it there. He just gets massacred. Viper now eliminated, full send, rotate, aside from Forsaken, who's still going to be lingering back over towards A, trying to make sure that it's not going to be any late lurks coming through. G2 in the meantime, more than happy to start taking space here on this B site. Lurk still in from Leaf though. His shots from something, not going to be connecting. Icy able to take him down, now Mind Freak going to be dead. Jing, smattering of damage dealt there. With the Spectre looking for a kill, is able to find 1, but now he's between a rock and a hard place. Leaf up above, Icy swinging. Finishes him off. That's going to be G2 now getting the 5.
Yep, now they're starting to get the feel. And they've got a showstopper. They've got some ults to work with. Nightfall, Rolling Thunder. They can keep this going. It is obviously going to be very, very difficult. You have no room for error here as G2. But it is starting to feel a lot more comfortable. The way that they're anticipating Paper X, the way that they're reading them, able to shut them down in mid early in the round, have a good fast hit, not really give any opportunities for any of those utils or player swings to find any value there. This Jing with the 1. And now you've got so many ults to work with. Yes, there's the Seekers for Forsaken. But that's the only tool, the big ultimate, that Paper X has to work with. Some information gained. Just Trent, though, and he's kind of been on his own in mid. Curious to see how Paper X wants to rotate off of that. Looks like they are going to start stacking a bit more towards A, knowing that Trent is usually a lone wolf over in that area of the map.
Something again, just playing here at ramp. This time, Poison Orb not set up for the approach. Poking, pushing forward, Leaf. Staying alive, knocked down to 20, or 70. Misreading as Icy is able to come away with that elimination. Snakebite now sent from Divide to try to slow down the approach here onto the site. Seekers needing to be used by Forsaken. Trying to track these players. It's all leading towards this A site.
Face your fear!
Paint shell sent in towards main. Showstopper used. As he swings around in from behind. Icy seeking targets, but he shorts it, and Jing still dealing it a little bit of damage. Finishes off Leaf. Trent trading that one out. Mind Freak now occupying space here, backside.
30 seconds left.
Divide as well, starting to push forward. Mind Freak playing it out patiently, finds the first. Forsaken out in heaven, finding another.
Spike down A.
But now it's Mind Freak in a 1v2. TP dodges out of the Rolling Thunder. Icy knowing where he's landed, but he still ends up falling. Plant getting ready to come in. The paranoia goes across, but he still sticks for this. Jonah P. Can he clutch? Yes, he can. Shuts it down and extends the game even further. G2 now at the halfway point.
Yeah, some good maneuvering from Jing there to avoid the showstopper, and Mind Freak finds a perfect time to use his TP, but G2 able to stabilize, was able to wait this out. I'm a bit surprised that we're continuing to leave something by himself in a corner here for Paper Rex. That's something that G2 is exploiting. They're sending at least 2 at him to make sure that he's dealt with. And every round here just gives G2 more and more confidence. Certainly it's going to be tough to get to the overtime, but going into the next map even, they're going to be feeling like, okay, we can go toe-to-toe with these aimers, no doubt.
It's all at the start, but it's been coming alive here. Boombot checking forward here in the vent, nothing going to be noted there. Showstopper and knives on the opposite side for Paper Rex. We'll see if those come into play. They want to save those for an actual full investment round.
They've completely left the A side open, hoping that G2 will continue this mid-contestion.
A push out, I mean, something going for the challenge. He's rushing forward, he gets the kill somehow. Traded out, but it feels like he should have never been able to get that. Icy as well, tagged down to 5 HP.
Well, nobody does that.
Something does. Snakebite forward, Divide in a rough position. Down to 20. Quite a bit of damage. Aftershock to try to force him back. Swings out, just wanting the challenge, wanting to do some damage, but the shots go wide. Space now taken here on the A site. It's going to be Leaf lingering around heaven, looking to try to get the catch here. Meanwhile, Jing and Forsaken pushing their way through sewer. Freak now arriving. The slow swing, but the one tap of the Guardian. And Leaf gets taken down. Now a 3v3. With that showstopper still in play.
Exactly.
Jing might just be able to try to finish this one right here, right now. Kid going forward, Balance swinging out. Jing not really anticipating that one, but now jumps up over the top, puts him down. Balance dead, gets the spot on the Icy, finishes it. He's 5 HP. Paint shell into the corner. Aftershock not connecting. His 10 bullets and his Stinger now 8. Swing back around here to elbow. Looking to challenge, the tap on it. The force space taken, and Jonah P again, the last one standing. He keeps him in it.
I mean, they're giving him everything they can handle, and G2 has been weathering the storm just enough here on this attacker's side to keep this map in play.
Come on.
It's unbelievable that he can get away with this, but look at this movement here from Jing. He lands on top of that after using that showstopper. It's insanity, but Jonah P has been incredible in these 1v1 clutches. Absolutely stalwart for G2. The Professor doing a great keeping this map from being over just yet. 5 rounds away now, G2. That's what you need. 5 more just to send it to OT.
Multiple attempts at map point here thus far from Paper Rex, but G2 continue to hang in there. So timeout called from Paper Rex. Alex looking to intervene, looking to get split done and over with. Just how much more gas is in the tank here for G2. It's what they've been showing so far on this attacker side. It has been a breath of fresh air compared to what we were seeing in the first half.
Yeah, and they've been running away with this so much that they had kept the op out of something's hands until this round. That's a huge piece to the Paper Rex puzzle, it feels like, on this map, especially on the attacker side. There is a Viper's Pit for Leaf, so if you can get to a position where you can get that plant down, could kind of nullify some of that ability that Paper Rex has to use that long-range weaponry to their advantage. Let's see exactly what this looks like. I mean, you got a lot here. This looks like a fault line into a fast hit up ramp. Something like that, or maybe just a flasher.
flash at the ready.
Yep.
Get ready to push forward. Trailblazer just going to be cleared out, but taking it. Decent bit of damage there, down to 51, but Icy is well tagged up. Op now right out in front of main. Gets the spot, gets the kill. Icy taken down. A lot of the entry power now out of G2's hands.
Now they got
Call end
everything.
up being.
Yeah. Oh,
Things-
this is insane.
He's gonna go pushing forward, and as he swings through the wall, just a bit too aggressive, and Trent is easily able to deal with it. Fault line being sent off the back of the Prowler. Just look at the chase. Jing does get caught, but not Forsaken. Gonna be taken down. Eliminated, clear out on the Haunt. That's a big entry here for G2, who now have the site, and now they have the pit. Leaf cutting off all access there through screens to buy. Lurking forward into that position. Find value from here, trying to find the round win. Paper Rex feels nigh impossible.
Good luck. I mean, Devi's gonna try to push this. He might catch Leaf off guard.
Waits out the Prowler time, and he finds him. The pit now dropped. Back into a 3v3. Push down, Jing, getting Valen. Just Trent and Jonah P now left, and Jing cleans it up. Trent, last one standing. 1v2. Time on his side. Quick little jiggle peek. The double face. He finds one, but he cannot get the second. Mind Freak will be the last one standing as the defuse comes through. Plenty of time to spare. It's Paper Rex taking split, 13-7.
I mean, after 11-1 start, to ring it back to 7-13, hell of a performance by G2.
Very much is. That's just the first map. We've got Lotus coming up next. Paper Rex's pick. We'll see how G2 fare there when we come back in the break.